PHNX coverage of Senior Bowl in Mobile continues. Conor Senger, wide receivers coach out here, working with some talented wideouts. Xavier Legette looked good today. Who's impressed you the most?
You know, all the guys are working hard in the group. They're really coming along fast, picking up the offense quickly, which is, always the question of, okay, they're coming from a college offense, trying to learn an NFL-style offense, and the guys are doing a really good job, but, you can see it when you put on the tape who's flashing and making plays. So overall, it's a really good group, but I'm excited to see him play. So
no doubt about it. Anything from Pat seeing, anything from Drew Terell, knowing that you're going to come out here? Maybe want some insight from you?
Yeah, actually, it's a whole organization type deal. We got 4 coaches out here, including myself. So we're getting to know the guys really well, how they learn, right? That's the biggest thing, is how can they pick up things in the classroom and how do they communicate? How are they as people? And then you'll see what the tape shows, right? So all the scouts evaluate that, but it's really getting to know them personally.
It's been so fun getting to know you and the coaching staff throughout the season, and Jonathan Gannon, of course, had such a successful first campaign. He talks about the process. How do you apply that with these players here?
We approach it like it's a game week, right? Because every week you're going to get a new type of plan, and you have your core foundation of the offense, but when you come in and introduce the plan for the new upcoming opponent, just kind of breaking things down to our basic X's and O's and trying to find a way to relate to these guys of things that they've done in their offenses in the past, and trying to say, okay, well, this is just like what you've done at Georgia. This is like exactly what you've done at Tulane, and relating it that way so then they can get out and play fast on Saturday.
How is it as far as the process? And you can talk about a guy from Georgia like Lad McConkey. He comes out here and presses people with his route running ability, putting defenders on ice, and making big plays, and Legette, and the full list of wide receivers you're working with. But how are you seeing these prospects process? It seems like it's pretty close to the next level.
Yeah, actually, we got the playbook information out to them as fast as we could on Sunday night. They dove into the formations, and then at the end of the day, they're finding ways to translate what we're telling them to what they know. And we made it very clear, there's not a lot of things I can teach you when it comes to technique in a week that's going to change, right? So at the end of the day, it's football. They got to go out and play fast. But if they can line up and know what they're doing assignment-wise, they can cut it loose and go play free.
Let's talk about going into year 2 as a coaching staff, as an organization. A ton of picks, so it's got to be kind of like kid in the candy store analogy, or kid with his credit card, his parents' credit card, 12, 13 picks potentially, and all these great prospects. But year 2, it felt, despite the 4 wins, it felt like there was a ton of momentum going into the offseason.
100%. They came in the spring last year, the new staff, and laid the foundation of what they wanted the culture to be in a tight locker room, as Coach Gannon says, stay connected.
Yeah.
And you started to see that flourish throughout the end of the year. It even started with the coaching staff of our process. Later in the season, throughout the week, we just got faster and faster in everything that we did, and you could see that click as well to the locker room. So I think the guys are really excited about the things that Coach Gannon, Monty Austinfort, what they have in place there in Arizona, and it's really excited to build with it. So.
Michael Wilson was starring at this event a year ago. Do you ever kind of tell the story of Willie, to these players and say, hey, this is what can happen to you?
Absolutely, and the big thing is, from our perspective as coaches, we want to see these guys stick this thing through all the way to Saturday, right? Yeah. It's easy to come in on Tuesday, Wednesday, compete, and then your agent says, hey, you're good. No, we want to see you come out here and see the whole thing through. And then, we all have guys in our rooms that have played in the Senior Bowl, and we'd like to bring that up and show them, this is what you can do if you come out and compete.
Last question for you. A lot of JG-isms out there, right? Yeah. Be where your feet are, right? If you got the fire in the gut, you got a favorite JG-ism?
That's a good question. Stay connected. We say that all the time. Stay connected. I think that's one of my favorites. Stay connected.
Coach, it was great to see you on the staff. Can't wait to see what you get out of these players on Saturday. Thanks, man.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.